Greetings, beloved. This is Pastor Charles Ulysses Young II. I'm coming to you because I am letting you know I just finished my second book, which is called Prophetic Principles. Prophetic Principles. And I will be teaching principles out of that book sometime next week. There's 33 principles that is in the book that I wrote, and I'm going to be teaching from each principle. Now, the reason I am doing this is when I first got into ministry back in the 90s, there wasn't too many books on the prophetic. You had books by, I would say, Bishop Bernard Jordan, who had a few books on the prophetic. Dr. Bill Hammond wrote 4 or 5, probably wrote a few books on the prophetic also as well that has been helpful and resourceful. Prophetess Cindy Jacobs, I wrote books on prophetic and on prayer. And you had other people like Dr. Peter Wagner, who wrote A Glimpse of the Prophetic, a few books, and also Apostle John Eckhart, who had a book on the prophetic also as well, I believe, along with a few others. But there wasn't a book that demonstrated the do's and don'ts, and what you should do, what you shouldn't, what you should do, and what you should not do in the prophetic, and principles that will help you in your walk with God and your call in the prophetic ministry. When I first got into ministry back in the 90s, I had no one to train me on the prophetic. I had no one to mentor me on the prophetic. It was actually through trial and error. And I really went through some things, prophesied some things. People labeled me as a false prophet because it did not come out. It did not manifest the prophecy that was spoken by me when they wanted it to come out. But in due season, it manifested. So, anyway, prophesying something that does not come to pass does not label you a false prophet. A false prophet is someone, actually, who has evil intent and whose heart is evil, who prophesy things to do damage to you and bewitch you from following Jesus Christ. For example, in the Old Testament, you have Balaam, who was a false prophet, but he prophesied something accurate. But he had evil intents to do damage and hurt to the children of Israel. That's what a false prophet is. Now, I was labeled a false prophet by some I wasn't, because I prophesied some things that came to pass 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years later than when it was spoken. And God's not on our timetable. He's on his own timetable. But anyway, I have the book I wrote, Prophetic Principles. You can get it on Amazon.com. Just come under Dr. Charles Young II or Charles Young II. That's under that, and you can purchase the book. But I will be teaching principles from it sometime next week. Don't know when next week, but I will be teaching principles from the book. And it will not be live on Facebook. It will be actually through YouTube. And the reason why I'm doing it on YouTube is for anyone who's out there called in prophetic ministry, anyone out there who has a prophetic gift can always go to the teaching and refer to it to get a better understanding of it or get an understanding of it, So I'm just letting you know, tune in. I'll be putting each teaching on Facebook. So if you are in the prophetic, you can listen to it and learn from it, or you can refer someone to it. Well, my time is up. Thank you for listening, and you have a blessed day.